Hello YouTube. Hello, what's up? Long time no see. Today I would like to provide an update, but the reason why I'm propelled to do this video today after a really long time is in my last video, my year in review part 1, I went and got a commenter named Victor a sort of request. You can pause if you want to go and read the whole exchange, but in my Shanghainese speaking Shanghainese part 2, this video over here, Victor commenter said, "I just found your lesson, teach more." So he wanted me to go and teach more Shanghainese, which today I will be obliging, because I guess I can, and I know that for many people out there, Shanghainese is a very difficult language to learn from because there's not many resources out there. So because I can, I guess I'll do another one since he asked. But before we start, you guys, I just would like to provide a little update for the people that care. I know a lot of people aren't watching my videos currently, but since we're here on the subject today, I would like to provide an update from my last video over here. Where I said in my last video, my year in review part 1, there was, and I went and promised a part 2. There is a part 2. So let me go and provide a little context to why it has taken me so long to provide that part 2. So for the video that I'm going to be doing for Victor, my style of shooting this video is going to be completely unedited. I'm just going to go and shoot this and then immediately upload it, because then I won't take like forever to go and do this video. But because of that, I can't really edit. So for Victor over there, if you're I'm guessing you're watching. If you want to skip this whole update about the part 2 thing, I'll write it in the info box, and I will write it in the pin comment, like at what minute mark you should go and like start watching, where I talk about the Shanghainese part of it. Just go and look there, because I can't edit this. I'm just gonna shoot this whole thing and just directly upload it to the internet. So that's for Victor. We will get into this thing over here, but before we start, I would like to go back to why I haven't uploaded part 2. Now I have, as you can tell, edited partly, my part 2. So I have actually done, I hope I can fit all this in here. I have actually, a really long time ago, started to edit part 2, but I don't know if you guys can tell from my last 2 videos, the context of it. You might be able to guess that I've been dealing with a bit of mental issue problems, distraction. So and my computer is really old. I got this in 2011, you guys. So my computer is 10 years old. I would have upgraded my MacBook, but if you've been following MacBook history and the whole Steve Jobs switch to Tim Cook and all the shenanigans that MacBook has gone through, I'm like, yes, no, I did not update. I might do it within the next 2 years. I want to see if the MacBook has its shenanigans worked out, because they have gone back to old MacBook, not the new Mac. We don't need to get into that, you guys. That's a long story. But for the ones that know, no, I haven't updated my MacBook. It's really old. So doing all these, like, as you can tell, I do a lot of edits, and because my computer's so old, it just glitches a lot. So I have to go and do multiple parts. I do the editing and then I export it. So that was my first edit go through, and then I had to go and switch it to a different one. As you can tell, it's still there. Now I just if you know anything about editing, you guys, you can export it. I export it in its whole own clip, and then input it back so I can add more. Oh, you guys, if you know editing with iMovie, you get what I'm talking about. If I talk about this, this thing would be too long, you guys. Just know, as you can tell by these things right here, like how much I have edited and stuff like that. So I've been stuck in editing mode. Actually, you can watch a little bit of it here while I talk, you guys. So, the reason why I haven't, even though I have edited the part 2, but have not uploaded, is because, I've touched upon this in my previous videos where I've been severely distracted, dealing with a lot of mental issues, everyone has, right? Everyone has gone through COVID, but I've been dealing more than that. And then on top of that, I am now currently back in San Francisco, where I have to deal with my mom's husband, and I do not get along with him. So, I have not been doing well recently, and I've been really distracted with those depression issues. So that's why I was not able to really, and then I also hate editing. If you can tell by like all these annotations, like how I do my editing, it just takes forever. So I was editing, and then I pretty much took a break, and then I took too long of a break. So yeah, I just didn't finish it. And then over here on movie 7, so I went and exported that clip so I can go and keep editing, if this looks any familiar and stuff like that. So I've done enough of this editing, you guys, as you can tell with this. But then I'm kind of stuck on this side. I still need, look at this much to go. That's a repeat, but I still have this much to go to like re-edit into its completed form. So I've done through, right? I've done this type of edit and finished, but I'm stuck on this, and then I still have to do this rest of the edit, and that's why it's taken me like the last time this was, when was this actually? Oh, so this has been like an year, you guys, that sorry about that. It's been a whole year since I didn't finish part 2. So since it's been so long, maybe all the parts that I have actually, this part, I probably would just go and like upload that part and then just split it to part 3, I guess. So that's why there was always a part 2, you guys. I wasn't lying about that. Except I was just really distracted with life and having to deal with like all the shenanigans that life has thrown at me this last year. That is another story for another day. That's too tangenty for today, but I just wanted to go and like show you guys that there was a part 2. It's still on my computer. I just haven't finished it. So that's the update for today, you guys, for my the update of like why the previous video update. Why I didn't upload part 2. I edited but didn't finish. I got distracted. A whole year passed and this is where we're at. So for today, let me show you. If you could hear what they were saying, that's actually Shanghainese. That's actually Shanghainese. I was in China during like the COVID, beginning stages of COVID, came back to America. So I took some audio. Well, I was trying to go and actually go and take video of the bridge. And I just so happened to go and recorded it. Not super consciously that I even recorded it, but since it was talking about COVID, I still need to go and even do the captions to this. Oh, captions and captions editing, nightmare. This is why it's been taking so long for me to even finish this second part of this video. But anyway, so I just wanted to go and that's authentic Chinese. That's I was with my friends. That's authentic Shanghainese. That's what it sounds like. So since I had the clip, you guys, and I will be giving you this part in probably part 3. Since we're here, let's just show it to you guys. So the reason why we're here today is we're going to talk about Shanghainese, because Victor over here went and like requested it. So that's what we're doing. Now, before we get into that specifically, I also would want to go and comment on the fact that, okay, let's see now. Let me adjust this. So I have the Mandarin Chinese version here, and then the Shanghainese version over here is in orange, and then the Mandarin is in red. I'm not sure if the camera is picking up on the color difference. Anyway, so the reason why I have both the Mandarin characters and then the ping is because I'm mainlander Chinese. That's how we write. If I was like Taiwanese, this would probably be traditional Chinese. This is simplified. And then this would probably be the Bōfōmō system. I'm Chinese mainlander from way of Shanghainese, and then my dad's Nanjing, as I've told you guys in my previous Shanghainese videos. And the reason why I do it this way is because there's a standard Mandarin, simplified Chinese, and ping. That's standard, that's official. That's why in my video that I wanted to clear this up, you guys, I've been getting a whole lot of comments. My Shanghainese video is the most watched video that I have on my channel, and I get a lot of comments on that, and specifically comments about the fact that I say Shanghainese cannot be written. Now YouTube used to have annotations, but they got rid of annotations. So over the years, I previously already set annotations to clear it up, but then YouTube deleted that aspect of YouTube now, and then people don't tend to read the info box. So people not recently have always said like, no, Shanghainese can be written. If you read the comment section in that previous Shanghainese video, I think there's like 28,000 views on it or something. You'll see how you'll see how I get a lot of like corrections, right? But the reason why I don't write the Shanghainese version of the Mandarin or the Ping aspect of Shanghainese is because there's no official site to do that. Okay, so when I do this, when I go and write this in Mandarin form with the Ping, I either use Google, I use Google Translate, so that's a really good source. It's very reliable. And then I also use this website. Now for this website over here, it's Line, Chinese to English. I really like this website because sometimes when I can't figure something out, you can also draw. So you can draw the word that you're looking for, and then it gives you different options. Now I wrote my name Lin, so that's the first option, but then it also gives you different options. So sometimes when you can't go and like understand what you see in a character, you can just write the character and then match it to this, and then it gives you here, and then you can look it up. So that's why I use this site. It's Line, the Line version of it. Whoops. So that's what I wanted to point out. I could either go and look it up as a reference to double check my Chinese, because I'm not a native speaker. As you can clearly see, I speak fluent English. That's actually my second language. My second language, if you can guess, is not Chinese. My first language was actually Spanish, because I'm Colombian. So that's what I do to double check on both the writing aspects and the Ping aspect. Now for Shanghainese, there's nothing official. So on a technical aspect, you can write Shanghainese, but there's no official way. I don't have any website to go to like the Line thing or the Google thing to like double check like if I'm writing this right or something like that, like I do Mandarin. So that's why I said Shanghainese cannot be written. Technically you can just use the Mandarin, the Chinese characters, and then it's just the way that you pronounce it. But then even the way that you pronounce it, there's no official. There's actually different ways to go and write it in its phonetic form. So because there's no official way to go and write Shanghainese, and I asked people in China, Shanghai, China themselves, do you write Shanghainese? Can you write Shanghainese? They themselves have told me, no, you cannot. So I just go with what they say about it, right? I just wanted to clear that up, you guys, for the ones that will never see this, because the commenters are not going to go and watch this video, whatever. But for the ones that have watched those videos and read the comments, I just wanted to clear that up for you guys. Okay, before I move on. And also one thing that I want to point out, just because I can, there's no other reason. Initially, actually, this used to be Nick. Oh, wait a minute. Nick Q. Oh no. Oh, I'm trying to do this video at the same time and I can't concentrate. So it used to be NCQ. That's the original. This is what originally it was. But see, if you go here and click on the first thing, it was actually bought by Line. So I've been using this site for a really long time, like over 10 years. And then during a period of time, after a period of time, it got bought by Line. I think the same like, is that the Korean app or is that the Japanese app? The SNS instant messenger app, whatever. I'm not even sure. It's the same color. Anyway, I just wanted to point out, oh, Never. That Never is definitely Korean. Okay, by the Korean company. They went and bought NCQ. This is what originally I was using. This is what it's called. And then line over here bought this. So I've been using this for a really long time, over like 10 years. And I thought it was really useful because of this little feature over here. Anyway, and then also I can double check my work with basically another translation app besides Google, just so I can get it right. Anyway, okay, that was very long, you guys. We can start this now. Okay, we can start this. Okay. Now, okay. Now that we can start to the actual video, to why we are here today, you guys. Shout out to Victor. Hello. This is what you requested. I'm obliging. Now I asked you specifically what you actually were looking for in what kind of phrase that you wanted, but you never replied back to me. So since you have actually no request, I'm going to do this my way. I'm just going to pick a bunch of words that I think are off the top of my head interesting. I didn't do a lot of work on this, but we're going to just start with these ones. So now the thing that I kind of wanted to point out for today is for the ones that you don't know is when you say Chinese, you think China as a whole is speak Chinese, which is true because it's mandated by the government. But if you go regionally, wait a minute, let's go and look up a map up here just to go and have you guys go and look at something. Let's see now. Okay, I guess we'll just go with the first thing that Google gives us. Let's see. So if you go and see the region of China over here, you guys. Yo, this is messing me up. Okay. So if you guys see the region of China, you think that all of China goes and speaks Chinese, which is true because it's mandated by the government. But officially, it's a Mandarin. So that's Putonghua, normal language. But every single region, every single city, on a technicality, has their own dialect. So every single city over here has its own dialect. And because of that, if you go to certain regions, they will be talking different type of Chinese. Everyone speaks Mandarin, but then they also on top of that speak their own dialect. Every single city has their own dialect. Now, what I wanted to point out about Shanghainese is that how do you differentiate Shanghainese from like Mandarin or like other dialects? Beijinghua has its own, Suzhou has its own, Xi'an has its own, Hebei has its own. You know, every single city over here has its own dialect. And then there is differences within each dialect. I can't tell you the specifics on the other ones because I don't speak those. But when it comes to Shanghainese, the telltale sign for me, you guys, is that when you start hearing a lot of V's and a lot of Z's sounds in the Shanghainese dialect, that's how you know you might be hearing Shanghainese. The tip-off is the fact that you're in Shanghai, like in Shanghai. If you're in the city of Shanghai, you're probably, and you don't understand it and it doesn't sound like Mandarin, you're probably hearing Shanghainese. But if you just go and like randomly hear some Chinese and you start listening and you hear a lot of V's and Z's, that might be a tip off that you're listening to Shanghainese. And to illustrate that, I'm going to be using these phrases. Now, because I said there is no such thing as written language and no official way to write Shanghainese, even though there are versions out there to help you speak Shanghainese, learn Shanghainese out there. I wrote these ones, but these aren't official, so this is for me to remember, and while I do this, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Now, let's start. So, in order for me to do this, you guys, I have... okay, this lighting's terrible. Will that help? Like, I wanted to go... Wait a minute. Is this noticeable enough, you guys? So, this is the color orange. I'm using my Crayola. My Crayola orange pen to signify Shanghainese. And then using my Crayola red pen to signify Mandarin. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to repeat the word in Chinese and then repeat it in Shanghainese, and then we're going to go back so you can go and like compare to tell the difference. So the first one is 对不起. So that means sorry or like apologies. So this is how we're going to do it, you guys. So it's Mandarin sorry is 对不起. In Shanghainese, it's 对不起. 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 And then this one is 对不对 in Mandarin. So that means correct, or like, is that right? And then in Shanghainese, that would be 对不对. So Mandarin, 对不起. 对不对? 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 And then this is watch TV. So this is 看电视. Shanghainese, 看电视. 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 So this is stuff, like just things. Mandarin would be 东西. This is 么子. 东西. 么子. 东西. 么子. So if we go back, this would be 看电视. This would be 么子. So when it changes to Shanghainese, you guys, there's no fast and hard rule. Plus, I'm not a Shanghainese expert. I just know how to speak it because my mom is Shanghainese. So I grew up with the language. So I don't know the technicality of all this. But remember how I said things about Z? So S-H-I. So S-H is I. And then X-I. So she and she, 东西, 看电视. Oh, SH is like a shirt. I'm also not a native speaker, you guys. I just speak Chinese because I am Chinese, but I also wasn't born in China, nor did I grow up in China. I was born in Colombia, grew up in Colombia, then moved here to the United States. So also for the ones that have commented in my previous Shanghainese videos of how I'm terrible at whatever blah, 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 I'm not a native speaker, and I've never said I was a native speaker. I just said I could speak it, okay? So if I'm pronouncing this wrong, I get it. Okay. Anyways, so 是 and 西, 东西, 电视, turns to Z's. So in Shanghainese, it would turn to Z. So 看电视 and then 么子, right? It turns to Z's. So the S turns, and the X's turns to Z's. And then here again would be 对不起, 对不起. This one, 对不对, 对不对. So the 不 So the bu and the bu over here. So over here, the bu and the bu turns to ve. Again, I don't know why, but if you start hearing a bunch of V sounding words, it might be a tip off that you're listening to the Shanghainese dialect. So this would be devate, and this would be, oh no, sorry, devate, and then you guys, if I was editing this, I would be editing this, but since I'm just doing this one go without the edits, this is what you're gonna get. This is duìbùqǐ, and this would be devate. So that's kind of what my examples of these four I wanted to use. Now, since we're just doing like a few words, I wanted to give you some examples of more Shanghainese, just to bring up random info for you guys. So this is bonus, more Shanghainese terms. Okay, so it's this one now. Again, this is not official, so this is just for my own reference. So I can go and speak it to you guys without like messing up. So this one is, it doesn't matter, unrelated. Like it's a phrase like, kind of doesn't matter. It would be bùtaka, Shanghainese. Bùtaka. This is bùtaka. This, bùtaka. 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 Remember, do you hear the V? Because there's the bu, which is no in Chinese. Okay, so this word, example is dirty. Dirty, or like, just dirty. Now, you would think because there's a Z sounding in dirty, right? In Shanghainese, you would use the term? No, it's not. I'll show you. So this is zàng. In Shanghainese, it would be ocho. So, zàng, ocho. Zàng, ocho. Zàng, ocho. Now there's an interesting thing about this one. Just random. We're just going to talk about it, I guess. So this one is for trash, garbage type, rubbish type thing. In Mandarin, it would be lājī. Shanghainese would be làshì. So lājī, làshì, lājī, làshì, and then lājī, làshì. So for some reason, the trash turns into a she sound. So the G starts to be a she. One random thing about that is like, apparently I always thought it was lèsè. So, the term in Chinese, for garbage, trash would be lèsè, but apparently that's only used in Taiwan. And then in China, it's lājī. Yes. I thought because it was so similar to the trash can lèsè, like làshì, but no, apparently it's lājī. So there's no fast and hard rule. Mandarin and Shanghainese is mutually unintelligible. So it's not like it's similar, you guys. They have just different words for different words. And then why is it certain vowel signs for certain words with the equivalent? I have no clue, you guys. It's just the way it is. And then this one little last phrase is it's a funny one. So you'll hear it very very distinctly as Shanghainese. Let me show you. This is anxious worry, like it's like a rushing feeling inside you, just like anxiousness. So in Mandarin, it's 急死人了. Shanghainese, 急死人了. So 急死人了. 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 急死人. 急死人了 just a turning. So as you can see, like, I speak better Shanghainese than I do Mandarin, because the proper and the tone enunciation, like, you have to get that right for it to be like properly sounding Mandarin, while like my Shanghainese is way better. So this one would be, doesn't matter, lājī, right? Well, this one would be Zàng, lājī, Lèsè, 急死人了. So my Mandarin is like, when I speak it a little bit slower. When I'm speaking Shanghainese, it's better flow. I speak it faster, easier, and stuff like that. Yes. So it's already 35-minute video, you guys. I'm pretty sure this is long enough. Hope that was helpful, Victor, and you got what you were looking for. Okay. See you guys. Bye.